Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the radiator on this 2003 Nissan Altima with the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. And it's the same process on these Altimas from 2002 to 2004. The items you'll need for this repair is a new radiator from 1AAuto.com, flat blade screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, a 10mm socket and ratchet, pliers, a funnel with a screen, a drain pan, and jack stands. Start off by removing the radiator fill cap, as well as your overflow bottle cap. And now under the vehicle, in this hole right here, you'll see this is your coolant drain. Using a Phillips screwdriver, just twist that plug out. And make sure you have a drain pan that's clean to collect all that coolant. Once the coolant stops pouring out, replace the plug. Next, you want to remove this plastic panel here by removing these 4 clips. Just use a flat blade screwdriver to pry out the center of the clips, and then the clip will just pull right out. Now, using a pair of pliers, push the teeth together on this hose clamp and pull it back, and just remove that hose. On the back of the radiator fan, you'll see this harness, and it's got 2 connectors, one on the back of each fan. You just want to push in the tab on the top and pull up on the harness. And the harness itself is actually held in with several clips that clip it to the radiator fan. You just want to pry out each one of these clips. The radiator fan is held in by these 2 10mm bolts. And we'll just fast forward as Don removes these. With those bolts removed, you can pull the radiator fan up and out. And you can see him reach down right now to remove something on the bottom of the radiator fan, and clipped to the fan is actually a hose right here, and you can see it clips in right there. You want to make sure you remove that. Now jack your vehicle up and remove the 4 clips on the panel here. You can see we're missing a couple, but to remove them, all you need to do is pry them out using a pair of pliers. You can see we use wire cutters. We don't actually cut the clip, but they just help to get underneath it. Now underneath this panel, you'll see these 3 hoses. Use a pair of pliers on the hose clamps and just slide those clamps back.
Now just twist those hoses and pull them free. You'll get some transmission fluid that comes out. So if you just tuck them up higher, the transmission fluid will stop flowing, and you won't have to worry about it leaking out, but you will want to have a drain pan underneath you.
And on this larger hose, same thing. Slide the hose clamp back and pull the hose free. Make sure your drip pan's underneath this. Now back at the top of the radiator, there's this little hose. Same thing, pull the clamp back and remove the hose. And then you just want to remove these two 10mm bolts. Once the bolts are removed, those brackets will lift right up and off, and you can pull your radiator right out. Now to install your new radiator, you want these two pegs to go down into these two holes. So just line it up and push your radiator down into place. Now replace those two brackets and the 10mm bolts that secure them. And we'll just fast forward as Don tightens those up. Now put that small hose at the top of the radiator back into place and slide the clamp forward. Now back under the car, you want to replace all these hoses. And you can see we got new clamps. You can buy these clamps at any hardware store. And these will work a lot better than the corroded ones we had before. And with this style of clamp, it's actually a 7mm bolt that you tighten on each of them, and it tightens the clamp. And we'll just fast forward as Don does this. And we'll continue to fast forward as he puts that plastic panel back into place and replaces those two clips. Now take your radiator fan and push it down into these two slots right here. And we're going to fast forward as Don feeds the fan down into place. Just be careful when you're replacing this not to pinch any of the hoses. Once that's back in place, replace the hose back into the clip at the bottom and replace those two 10mm bolts at the top of the fan. Now put the large radiator hose back into place. And just slide the hose clamp forward to secure the hose. Reconnect your radiator fan harness and push the clips on the wires back into the fan. Now replace the plastic panel and the 4 clips. Push them in with the center still up and push the center down to lock them. Now using a funnel with a screen, pour your coolant back into the radiator. And replace your radiator cap.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.